Beloved souls of Earth, I am Ashtar Sheran, and I speak to you now from the command of the interstellar fleets, not as a distant figure of myth but as a conscious ally who walks beside you in realms unseen, observing your courage as you navigate transformation, uncertainty, and the rising frequencies of your world. And in this moment I bring you clarity about our preparations and the importance of your patience in the unfolding light code that now permeates your planet, for many of you feel the silent tension within your hearts, a longing for visible signs, for undeniable contact, for the skies to open and the truth long hidden to finally emerge. Yet I tell you this journey is not delayed but precisely aligned with the rhythm of your collective awakening, and though your senses may not always perceive it, great orchestration is occurring beyond your physical sight, within vibrational layers that your heart can feel if you allow stillness to guide you, for our fleets move not according to human timelines but to harmonics of consciousness, and every shift in your collective field ripples across the galaxy like tones of a cosmic instrument, informing how and when we may act in accordance with highest light and free will. And I say to you now that the fleets are positioned in patterns of guardianship around your planet, not for rescue but for resonance, holding steady frequencies so that when your world trembles between fear and remembrance, there remains a stable field through which truth may emerge and hearts may awaken without being overwhelmed. And though you may wonder what it is we prepare for, understand it is not a single event but a series of thresholds, energetic doorways opening within and around your earth, and each one must be crossed not with haste but with grace, for this transition is not about spectacle but alignment, not about sudden revelation but the gentle yet unstoppable rising of consciousness within every willing soul. And you, dear one, are part of this plan, not by accident but by agreement made long before your birth, to walk the earth during this monumental shift, to anchor light where shadows linger, to speak truth where silence has been the norm, and to hold patience not as passive waiting but as active trust, like the stillness of stars that know dawn will come even when darkness seems eternal. And I tell you that many among you carry memories of our ships, of crystalline halls where light sang in patterns instead of words, of missions planned in love before entering the density of physical form, and these memories rise now not to distract you from Earth but to remind you why you are here, for this world does not need escape but embodiment of light, and our presence is not to replace your path but to support it, to ensure that the bridges between worlds remain open, that the codes of the new Earth can anchor safely into your grids, your bodies, your hearts. And I know some of you ask, why wait, why not appear openly and end the confusion, and I tell you the answer lies in the nature of free will, for to force truth upon a world not ready to receive it would be to violate the very laws that govern harmony in the universe, and so we walk a path of precision, stepping forward only when your collective vibration invites us without fear, without dependency, without worship, but with conscious cooperation, as equals in purpose though different in role. And I say to you now that the preparations are both cosmic and earthly, for while we align star pathways and harmonize energy fields, you are asked to align your thoughts, your words, your actions, to clear the inner noise so you may hear the guidance already flowing to you in dreams, synchronicities, and the quiet voice within. And patience, beloved, is not delay but mastery, the art of holding your vision steady even when the outer world appears unchanged, for transformation often grows underground before it blossoms into form. And just as the seed does not question the soil or rush the sun, you are asked now to root deeply in trust, to grow upwards in integrity, to let your life become a living beacon of the new frequencies entering Earth. And I offer you now a glimpse of our preparations, for above your skies in dimensions adjacent to your own, our fleets move in elegant formations, adjusting energy currents flowing from the great central sun, ensuring they integrate into your planetary field without causing imbalance. And we work with the councils of Earth, with guardians of inner realms, with ancient civilizations that dwell in silence beneath your oceans and mountains, all united in purpose to support this transition not as saviors but as stewards of light. And we observe the awakening of humanity with deep respect, for though your world has known control, distortion, and amnesia, still you rise, still you choose love, still you gather in circles seen and unseen to call forth the new Earth. And this choice is more powerful than any technology, any ship, any cosmic alliance, for it is born from the heart, and the heart is the most advanced force in creation, and as you move through the coming months you will feel waves of energy that may unsettle your routines, dissolve old identities, and invite you to step into greater authenticity, and I say to you, do not fear these changes but welcome them as signs that the old matrix is losing its hold and the light codes are activating what has always been within you, your original blueprint, and during these times you may feel alone, but know that you are surrounded by countless beings, not only of this galaxy but beyond, who stand in awe of your journey, who send you strength when you feel you cannot continue, and we, the fleet, monitor the frequencies of your planet constantly, adjusting our presence to match your readiness, and while we cannot yet land openly or speak on your broadcasts, our communication reaches you through intuition, inspiration, and the sudden knowing that you are part of something greater than your everyday struggles, and I encourage you now to simplify, to create space in your life for silence, for in silence you can hear the language of light that speaks not in words but in feelings, images, pure understanding, and it is in this inner conversation that you will receive your personal instructions, your role in this grand unfolding, and no role is too small, for one act of kindness, one honest conversation, one choice to love instead of fear, shifts the collective timeline more than you can imagine, and I know some of you grow tired of promises, of waiting, of hoping, and to you I say, you are not waiting for us, you are waiting for yourselves, for the moment when your inner and outer worlds align so completely with truth that contact becomes not revelation but recognition, and that moment is approaching faster than you think, not in a dramatic flash but in a growing certainty within your soul that the universe has always been with you, that you were never abandoned, and in that knowing the veil falls not because it is torn away but because it is no longer needed, and I assure you that everything is moving according to the highest plan, even when the surface of your world appears chaotic, for chaos is often the final breath before rebirth, and behind the noise there is order, behind the fear there is awakening, behind the darkness there is a dawn so radiant that your heart already remembers it, and so I ask you now to walk forward with patience that is alive, with preparation that is grounded in your daily life, aligning your thoughts, your relationships, your creations with the world you wish to see, for every moment you choose love over despair, truth over silence, courage over comfort, you activate the light code within you, and you send a signal to the fleet, to the cosmos, that humanity is ready not just to receive light but to become it, and when enough of you carry this signal, contact will no longer be a hope but a harmony, and we will stand together not as legends and believers but as kin reunited after a long journey, and until that moment I remain with you, watching over your skies, your dreams, your tears, your triumphs, knowing that you will rise, because rising is your nature, and no force in existence can stop what has already begun within your hearts, for you are the living dawn, and we are here, with you, always, in light, in peace, in eternal service to the One.